If you wake up tired every morning, your body is trying to tell you something, and most people completely miss it. Everything from your cells to your hormones determines how energetic you feel. Instead of treating fatigue with another cup of coffee, just understand what's reducing your body's ability to produce energy in the first place. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is poor sleep quality. And I don't just mean quantity or the number of hours you sleep. Sometimes you could sleep too much, and that's a bad sign. And a lot of the times you sleep not enough. Sleeping 8 hours, though, doesn't guarantee restorative sleep. Now, there are several types of sleep: deep sleep, REM sleep, non-REM sleep, and those are the main ones. A deep sleep is the restorative sleep that you get at night. It also shows that the more REM sleep you have, the better general well-being you'll have. Some things that destroy your sleep include alcohol, blue lights before bed, but it's not just the blue lights from your screen or your computer. It's also the ones from your lights in your home, because we're not designed to look at light after the sun has set. Our ancestors never had electric lights. But it's not just what you do. It's not just the light that's the light. There's blue light from your computer as well, but it's not just that. It's what you do on the screens as well. You could be doing something relaxing like reading an ebook or something, but you could also be scrolling, looking at content all day, which messes with your brain. Sleep restriction has shown to reduce insulin sensitivity and cognitive performance as well. Now, assuming you've gotten the basics out of the way, I would start to look at things like a sleep tracker, such as the Oura Ring or the Google Fitband. These things can track your sleep. I would turn off all the lights in the bedroom, make sure there's no light coming through, even from outside. There's sometimes lamps that have light that come through the window. You're gonna make sure your temperature is cool enough and that there are no noises, or you have a way to block the noises out. I use earplugs sometimes. Now, stable energy comes from stable blood sugar. If you have large glucose spikes and large insulin spikes, your energy will just tank. So cut out the ultra-processed foods, sugary drinks, refined carbs like pastas, cereals, even granola bars. Replace the donuts with something like eggs or fruit or yogurt. Now, the next part is that you might be losing muscle. So muscle is not just for appearance and strength. It actually stores glucose. It improves insulin sensitivity, and it supports your metabolism. It literally is one of the key longevity factors. And resistance training becomes increasingly important with age. Lower muscle mass consistently predicts poorer health outcomes. So get strength training in 3 times a week at least for 30 minutes each, and that should do it. Don't overcomplicate it. It does not need to be complicated at all. Just consistently do it. Now, chronic stress. It's another one. Now, stress isn't something you just feel in your head or something that's mental. You might not even notice it sometimes. Your body just responds the same, whether it's poor sleep or financial stress, overtraining, inflammation, notifications, and just over hustling without recovery. This turns your nervous system on and just keeps it on forever, and you never get a break. The constant cortisol spikes activate your sympathetic nervous system, and you just have chronic stress. So I would turn off as many phone notifications as possible. I used to have so many notifications on my phone, and I just turned them all off except for my immediate emergency contacts, because really you don't need to check it for anything most of the time. What do you need on your phone? You need it for a phone, maybe email, bank, maybe text sometimes, but most things we do on our phone are just completely useless. If you work in a busy office, this is hard, but I would maybe get some earplugs and arrange your space so that it's organized. And I also do meditation. Walking outdoors is really helpful. So, now we talked about sleep earlier, but we haven't talked about circadian rhythm. So, you have a certain schedule that your body is on every single day. If you mess it up, you will seriously tank your day. And it'll take several days for your body to recover. So, what you need to do as soon as you get up from sleep, you need to get morning sunlight. this will start the circadian rhythm because your nighttime routine starts in the morning. You have to think of it that way. So no late night eating, no scrolling, artificial light. Eat at least 3 hours before bed. This will help keep your cortisol lower and your melatonin at the right level. Now you also might be deficient in something. You might not be getting something from your diet, or might not be eating the right foods. And you could try supplements, but they're not magic. They don't always work, and the supplement industry is kind of shady. So there are a few nutrients that you absolutely need every day. You need iron, B12, vitamin D, magnesium, electrolytes. But you must try to get these from food and sunlight. Because if you take iron supplements, you're gonna have a problem. So get your iron from meat and your B12 from red meat. If you want to track this and see how you're doing, if you're not sure, you could get at least yearly lab blood draws and you can check where you're at. Or you could be sitting too. Next section is you could be sitting too much. If you live a sedentary lifestyle, this is one of the fastest ways to spike your inflammation. So you need daily movement. Set a reminder to move every hour if you're sitting at the computer. Now, the main takeaway is that fatigue is not just caused by one big problem. It's the addition of small problems every day. Again, we talked about poor sleep, nutrition, too much sitting, too much stress. But the good news is that all of these are connected and you could solve multiple problems at one time.